Hi everyone, this is Professor Lackmeyer and I will be the professor this semester in QuickBooks Online. So I just wanted to greet everyone and welcome everyone to class. And we're going to go over some stuff on Canvas as well as getting you started in your textbook and the Labyrinth eLab. So I'm going to share my screen so I can go over some things with you. Okay. So when you log into Canvas, you will have access to all of the information you need for the class. So on the home page, you will see the welcome to class, so make sure you read over that, as well as all of my information and an overview of the class. If you click on syllabus, that will take you to the syllabus where you can read through the course objectives and the expectations and the point breakdown and everything like that. We are going to go over some of these different types of assignments in a minute. But I'm going to go back to the home page. Also, if you click on discussions, you can find my introduction as well as several of you have already started introducing yourself, so that's great. Welcome to class. And also a questions link. So if you have questions that perhaps another student can answer or I can answer that are about something in the book or in the course, feel free to post them here. Just don't post anything about grades or private information. On the home page, you will have a link to the Labyrinth eLab. So that's the first thing you're going to want to get set up before you begin the course. So I'm going to click on that and take you into it. So we are using Labyrinth eLab to complete work. It comes with the ebook and some additional content, as well as the eLab, which is where you'll submit assignments and take tests for this class. So you will have to create an eLab account. If you click on the website, it will bring up add a course. It might have you actually create your profile first. So just make sure you jot down your username and password so you don't lose that information. I've already had an account, so this is how it pops up for me. But you'll want to enter that course code that was right here on Canvas. So just copy and paste that, and enter that. And once you hit submit there, it will ask you for a license key. That license key, if you ordered the ebook, it should just be on the digital code that they gave you. It is the ebook eLab activation ID that you're using. If you bought the textbook, that should be in the front cover of your textbook. And again, it's your ebook and eLab activation ID. So that's the one you're going to need here. Once you do that, you should see, obviously I have more than one class here, you should see a QuickBooks Online Spring 2019. Okay, I am just going to start with going to assignments. And these are the list of all the assignments that are due as we progress through the book. There's actually nothing due in the first chapter except for a chapter test, and we'll go over those in a second. But once you get to chapter 2, you will be completing work in QuickBooks and uploading it here for grading. So there's two main types of assignments. There's reinforce, and then there's applying your skills. As you work through the textbook, through the chapter, you're going to have developing your skills. You do not have to submit anything for those, but I encourage you to do them as they'll help you as you get to the end of the chapter. So read through the chapter, practice doing those developing your skills, and then at the end of chapter 2, you're going to come to a reinforce your skills on page 36. Now, a lot of these reinforce your skills don't have an option to export and anything to an Excel file or a PDF for grading. So when it doesn't say export, make sure you take a screenshot. So on the first one, you're adding and deleting some accounts. So just take a screenshot of your account screen once you're finished, save that, as a Word document or as a PDF or a picture, however you want to save it. And that is what you're going to submit. So for this first one, reinforce your skills 2-1, I click on the link. It tells me it's due February 6th, which is a Wednesday. All of your chapter work will be due on Wednesdays. And you'll just choose the file you want to upload. If you have more than one file to attach, that's completely fine. You can do that here. If you mess up and need to reattach, that gives you some options. And then you'll just click Submit Assignment. You'll do that for most of the reinforce your skills, and some of the apply your skills will also be screenshots. I will include some instructions on how to take a screenshot and save it on Canvas. That way, if you're not comfortable doing that, you'll have some steps to complete that. These apply your skills, have the QG by them, which means quick grade, it will automatically grade what you've submitted and give you feedback. Okay, so this one, it's the same type of thing. You're still, have the same due dates and everything. It gives you an assignment file to begin with because you're going to be importing a chart of accounts. And then you'll just follow the instructions on page 39 in your book for Apply Your Skills 2-1. And then it will actually have you export a file as an Excel document, save that to your computer, and then select and attach it here. Okay. So you'll do those. Again, I have dates out here for the first 2 chapters, 2 and 3, that are due. I'll be working on getting those other dates loaded as soon as possible. So in this course, you will be able to work ahead. It's just giving me a little bit of time to get everything all set up. You have tabs up here. We're under assignments. If you click on tests, you will have access to all of your chapter tests. These are short 20, 25 question tests. You're welcome to use your book to complete them. You will have an hour to complete it, since it shouldn't take that long. And then it's a 1 attempt. I will drop your lowest. So you have I think 11 total, because 6 and 13 we don't test on. So you'll have 11 total chapter tests. Those are due with your chapter work. And so just make sure you get those done as well. Grades will be where you can see in eLab, like all of your grades. If I click on the content tab, that'll take you to the overviews. So if I click on chapter 1, you have like a PowerPoint presentation. You have a helpful video and a self-assessment if you want to take that quiz before you take the test. Doesn't hurt, it's not graded, it's just useful. And then every chapter has at least the overview, the objectives, and the quizzes. Some have more videos, so this is the content area, is a great place to go for extra resources. So that's just a quick overview. Make sure you set up your eLab account, and if you have any questions, you can always call me, or we can set up a Zoom meeting, which is what I'm using to record right now, so we can actually talk one-on-one. You don't have to video it, but at least through your computer or even your phone, and we'll talk more about that, or I'll give you some information on that. The only other thing you probably really need to know is you will be using, with the book, with QuickBooks, they have like a test drive where you just go in and play around, and you'll be using that a lot in your developing skills section just to practice. And then you're going to have your own company set up in your own QuickBooks Online login. Again, in the front cover of your book or on your digital access code card, you should have a QuickBooks Online license key. So that would allow you to go into QuickBooks, set up an actual QuickBooks account, and work through all the problems in the book. So you will have 2 new accounts for this class. You're going to have a Labyrinth eLab where you're submitting work, and you're going to have a QuickBooks account where you're actually going into QuickBooks itself and doing the work and learning the software. It is online, so once you set up a QuickBooks Online account, you have your username and password, you will be able to work from any computer. So you aren't tied to just using your home computer or work computer or school computer. The book will walk you through getting your company set up and that QuickBooks Online setup. So don't worry about that until you start working in the book. If you have any questions, feel free to call me or email me, or post questions here to our student questions discussion if it's something someone else might benefit from. Otherwise, welcome, and I hope you have a great semester.